lovely bromeliad. Just feast your eyes on them. And that's why we have them in a pivotal position in the front garden. But there are times when they go from this really splendid display to the point where they need some maintenance. And I'll show you in today's video how we take a bed that really had gotten a little bashing during the hurricane and how within a very short period of time we transform that bed back to the kind of beauty that you expect from your bromeliads. So please stay with us. Thanks for staying and welcome to the Calyx Garden. I am Thelma. And without further ado, let's go to that bed that is in dire need of attention. And here it is, a beautiful Neoregalia. It doesn't look too bad from this angle, but as you go around the corner, go around the curve, you'll see about half of the bed is bare. Why is that? Well, two reasons. It suffers from the occasional interaction with the garden hose. But the other reason is this is the direction that the wind comes from, and in the recent hurricane, a lot of the bromeliads on this side were displaced. And when you have a situation such as this, where the bed has gotten rather unattractive, the best thing to do is to start over. I am going to be taking up the remainder of the plants, reconditioning the bed with fresh organic matter. Then after that, I will look at the planting materials and select the best ones for planting. And the final step is to lay out the selected materials into the bed and plant them. Lots of things to do, so let me get started. And this is one of the easier activities. They come up without any resistance whatsoever. That could explain why the wind blew them out also. The bromeliads, I'm just showing you, has a very shallow rooted system. You have to anchor them against wind and other disturbances that may uproot them just by brushing against them. So easy activity, remove the older plants and then get on with preparing the bed. And for this, we first removed all of the dry trash and other debris. See how nice the soil looks at this point. Then we return the border bricks to an upright position, and this is so as to discourage the lawn grass from encroaching into the bed too quickly. And for the final step in bed preparation, we boosted the nutrient levels by adding equal parts of very decomposed manure as well as compost, and these we mixed in fairly thoroughly into the top 2 or 3 inches of the bed. We've now come to the third main activity, and that is sorting the planting materials we had picked up before and selecting the best ones. Here are 4 pups and a mother plant in one clump. You don't want to select the mother plant because she's already spent all of her energies. Select one of the pups, and these are nice and large and healthy. I prefer to use the larger pups because, of course, it means that your bed will be established in a much shorter period of time. Now, here is a smaller clump. There is a mother plant with a baby, relatively small pup coming off. And since the mother plant is rather young, it too would be used as planting material. So you get the idea. Isn't it amazing the number of plants we got from that small bed? This batch of, I think, 8 plants, these are the older ones. And I'm going to, instead of discarding them, I'm going to be placing them in relatively sunny locations so that they will express more color, as well as if there's any potential left for younger plants, we will get them. So we are unlikely to be losing too much from this lovely set of mature planting materials. These are the sections, the ones we selected to replant the bed. I think we have more than enough here, but we would know until we line them out. So we have laid out the larger plants to the in the outer ring, and the smaller ones that I guess we'll just make a little filler in the front. Now I'm making sure not to plant anything within about a foot of the trunk of the orange tree. And as we mentioned before, these are very superficial, very surface roots. So there is no competition with the roots of the orange tree for nutrients. And in planting your bromeliads, again, we're really not planting them, we're just barely anchoring them so that there is support for them to remain upright, so that water can get into the cups and nourish the plants. But the plants will also take up a bit of nutrients in the small fibrous roots. And you'll notice I place them about 12 inches apart. I will give them ample space over a period of hopefully 2 years before the bed gets overcrowded and would need to be thinned out. So you get the idea now, don't you? Let's speed it up a bit so I can get to the last section of this video is to show how you can expand your bromeliad collection by taking the excess planting material and placing them wherever you wish them to be. They do look nicely tucked amongst other bromeliads in this hedge, don't they? And to demonstrate that the effort is well worth it, take a look at the bed 1 month after the replanting. They've settled in quite nicely and are even sporting a brighter, richer color. Definitely worth the effort. Plus, I had fun doing it, and I hope it would inspire some of you who have bromeliads growing in your gardens that you have not been paying attention to as they get overgrown. It's relatively easy to take them up and just place them strategically elsewhere or to replant the bed. Now, if you liked the content, please give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and until the next video, I am Thelma saying thanks for watching. You take care. Bye-bye.